I had plans. Then the plans had to change, solving things as they come in the way and doing some organizing, tidying up, managing the home to be a cozy place, managing the sudden changes, getting ready for spring with some cleaning. If you wish to be a member on this channel, this is how you can join. There are 3 separate tiers and you can pick and choose which one you want. This will not change anything here on the channel. This is just an additional feature. I have some behind the scenes videos and other videos that are ad-free at the membership. The end of the winter, February, calls for flower. It just brings me closer to the nature. So I'm going to cheer up the kitchen with some beautiful flowers and facing with the harsh reality that this has to go on my list. We were sick for a couple of weeks. Health came first, routines were interrupted, and everyday tasks got neglected. February is the month when we have kind of a crazier weather. I think it's just the last bites of the winter and we get crazy wind, lots of rains all at once. The nature is waking up. Yeah, I realized I'm in love. I have a few things on my list and I'm planning to wipe out all the drawers in the kitchen and organize the things that needs to be. And what better way to procrastinate is to make one of my favorite snack. I used to buy these at Trader Joe's, but I can prepare them at home a lot cheaper. They are just scallops wrapped in bacon. The first thing that I'm going to get done is to organize my spices. I find these organizers and I think it's going to work the best for me because it has a tray that holds them all together, so I can keep them in the dark and I can just grab them and use them. And since it has the opening on the top, will be helpful that I can sprinkle them into the food so I don't have to use additional little spoons that needs to be washed afterwards. And even though the pantry is just a couple of steps for me, it still requires extra time as I'm cooking and I have to go one by one because I can only hold 2 spices in my hand, well 3 if I don't drop them in the jars. So now I can grab the whole entire spice selection that I use the most often. Yeah, I realized I'm in love. Do you feel the same? For the long-term storage, I like to use this handy pump so that things that I dehydrate over the summer from my garden doesn't get any oxygen and moist in there. 'Cause we realized we're in love. A quick boost before I start to work. Gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. Putting only labels on the spices that they kind of look alike, like ginger, garlic, and onion powder. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And for an easier refill, I like to use a piece of paper and just form a funnel from that. The sound of people talking, the wind blowing in the trees. this spice rack, I'm planning to put it into the drawer where I'm cooking, right next to the pots under the cooktop. I can easily lift the whole entire tray and just have this on the countertop as I'm using it. But after I'm done with them, I can easily tuck them away in the dark to keep the flavor and the color for the spices.
I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke.
We woke up today for this mess on the deck because during the night we had a huge wind. I thought we're not going to have a roof by the morning, but we survived. So here's the plan. I'm going to tackle the bottom part of this pantry and just do a quick cleanup, because after that I want to do some other organization in the kitchen. And that's basically decided my fate for the next couple of days. As the nature is waking up, so does the ants. There are tons of ants everywhere.
Okay. Find the source.
Here we go. Now I've got my motivation and I'm going to do a deeper cleaning in the pantry. I'm going to check everything, whatever it's in an unclosed bag, find a solution to keep the ants away.
Like I see 6 million ants up here, but I don't see anything around that. So where are they coming from?
Now that my fate has been sealed and the next couple of days I'm going to be working on this pantry, actually I had some plans that I wanted to make and changes, and one of them is, so I categorize everything into these little boxes. Each of them have something different things in there, and it helps me to keep on track how many things I have, and just easier to locate. It helps my brain to just divide the items. But also I wanted to create rows where the boys can find things for themselves and they can create their own food with the help of the pantry. And these ingredients and snacks are going to be just in one level, and that way it's not going to be a hunt each time but it has more purpose. We love these cooked chestnuts. These are excellent and very healthy snacks for the school day, and I've got some Lotto bars from grocery outlet on sale. I use my homemade cleaner solution to clean the floor and the shelves. It has some vinegar in there, so that helps, and some essential oils as well. I noticed that on the spring, when we have a storm on the way, we get ants. Probably they feel that they need food and the warm temperatures are on the way as well, so they definitely sniffing around.
Okay.
We are backed up with the eggs a little bit because some of them I keep them in the pantry, but after I washing them I put them into the fridge and they are ready to be used.
So you have, I know what this is like. It's like you might as well just take everything out, right? You might as well just clean everything, right?
It started out yesterday. I pulled out the drawers and I pulled out everything from the cabinets.
To clean?
Then not just to organize because I had some stuff, and then I saw the ants.
You make a little tiny
Yeah.
cigarettes?
Yeah. You wanna meet them?
Sure.
We might have to renovate that one. Because it's times we have. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Or an anemone.
Enemy?
And then anemone.
And then
Anemone.
look at that. Wow.
I love these. It's called tete-a-tete, which means head to head.
I would always use this for craft. So yours, okay.
So what needs to happen?
When I started to feel better again, I did the exactly same thing because
She wanted to help me with all the cleanup, but I told her I don't even know if I can put things back yet. I have to check on the ants. While I'm waiting for the results, I'm just going to fill up all my jars with whatever I have on hand, and that way I can check what else I need to buy. But I'm good for a while. Now I'm stuck up on coconut flakes, lentils, pasta, so we should be good for a while. And spices as well. Cleaning out the boxes. Setting aside the honey because this is what caused the whole entire invasion. To my biggest surprise, I have these boxes for long years and I never experienced that, but here's what contributed to a mold. We have the door on the pantry and we close it now, so there is less ventilation, and aside from that, this was pushed against an exterior wall and it was a perfect environment to create a mold. The ant situation calming down a little bit, so I'm starting to putting back everything into the pantry. Everything that I put back, it's either unopened or it's in a jar that it's sealed. There are a few shelves that had higher traffic. I'm going to avoid put things back in there so I can keep my eye on it. Today's eggs are coming in. Probably I have to switch to a bigger container. Today I want to finish up cleaning out all the containers and checking all the items, make sure there's no ants in them. And so the honey was kept together with the coffee because I heard that coffee can keep away the ants. Well, I can tell you first-handedly that didn't work. Well, they didn't go into the coffee, they only just went into the honey. But I'm going to keep the honey out of this container, and I'm going to put the teas in there and other items, and I'm going to close them with some pins. I definitely going to keep a close eye on them, but these are the items that usually ants don't go into there yet. We'll see. Hope so. But dehydrated powder do better in these bags that they are coming in. If I put them into the jar, they just clunk up sooner, and the flavor and the texture is ruined faster because there's just more oxygen to it. So I'm going to keep them in these bags. I used to keep these in the box. That was actually where I kept these, where the mold generated. I think this plastic was covering the box, so that didn't help either. But I think I'm going to save some space because they can stand up in that long and narrow basket. And I have some lanterns. You're supposed to put candles in there, but I'm just going to use this for my beef broth powder. Coffee and tea will living in this box. And this basically consumed my all day. So I'm going to continue tomorrow right after a very fun dentist appointment. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but at least it's gonna get done. I broke a tooth a few weeks ago, almost a month ago, so I'm ready to get it done. I'm done with the dentist appointment, so I'm back to my mission. It is a weird feeling to be numb on one side, but it is a lot better than feeling the pain. So, just to distract myself, I'm going to continue to clean out the pantry. It looks like the ants are gone. Knock on the wood. But as of right now, I don't see any, so I'm going to clean the shelf one more time, and I'm going to put back everything onto the shelf. And this time, this will go a little bit higher. It used to be a little bit on the lower shelf, but I didn't see what were in the other boxes, and I always had to take them down. But these storages can be open on the front, so it's easier access to see what's in there. So that way I can just open these and see what's inside in there. And the big bulky boxes are going on the top. Those are such a lightweight as tortilla chips and cake mixes, and all the heavy items and alike items in the boxes, like all the vinegar in one box, all the oils that I use for cooking in one box. So it helps me when I want to just grab them. Sometimes I have to switch around the containers, and I think this small one won't be enough for our eggs because the spring is coming, so it's just gonna get more. And I'm going to just put all the flavors in there, and again I can just grab the box when I'm baking. I'm actually thinking to put maybe the baking powder in there, and that could be my baking set.
Gather monsters under your bed, deep and abiding, like
Jot likes very specific teas, so he has 3 favorite ones and he drinks a lot of tea. So I am going to choose a bigger container for that because it just doesn't make sense to keep them in a smaller one because they are gone in a few days. And then as for this drawer, I'm going to put a few here that I like to offer for my company as well because it's in the same drawer as my cups. After this whole sick season, the first thing I wanted to catch up on is to create good food that we love and they are healthy. And also the other thing was the laundry. So to stay top of it and keep it that way, I have a load a day and I have to calculate this in while I'm doing bigger projects like this unexpected pantry cleaning. To save time and effort, I set up my ironing board right next to the dryer machine so I don't have to walk through the whole entire house. I'm just folding it right out of the dryer. Sometimes I like to fold in the bedroom or in the living room. It's just a benefit of using an ironing board to fold. On the spring, sometimes I even like to fold outside on the deck. Last week the kids had a trip and they were in pouring rain, so we had to dry out the suitcases before we put it away, but now it's dry, so they're ready to go back to the closet. It's unbelievable how fast a system can fall apart when we're sick. So I'm going to check on the fruits as well, and some of the tomatoes have to go into the refrigerator because they are on their last leg. And basically just wrapping up all the leftover from this kitchen disaster and continuing with the laundry. The white load is done as well. They are fluffy, warm, and smell fresh. The kitchen tornado is being wrapped up. I can see the countertop, and I have a pile that I'm going to keep here because this is my designated spot to use up everything that I have there, and then the honey and the peanut butter will stay on the countertop where I can keep my eye on it and not the ants. And everything is back to its place. It's more calm and I can see everything what I have. Okay, So today I don't see any ants. Everything is looking good. I constantly checking this basket because I have one open sushi. So that's a potential. And it's on the floor, but it's okay. I think I can keep an eye on it. But everything else is looking fine. I've got some ants now on the countertop, so I'm working on that one. But the pantry, I think, is just smells very thick from this stuff. It says it has essential oils in there, so I hope it's not you know, anything that can harm the heart. And so the problem that I had with the mold, this is the wall, that it's an exterior wall, and we had an unusual cold weather and freezing temperatures, and this basket or box was done on the bottom, and it was completely on the wall, pushed against the wall. And I have some stuff in there, these ones, the rice papers that we're covering to that direction, and then the dark. And as we closed the door, there was no ventilation. I think that caused that, because nowhere else I was able to find mold, so that's a good news. But I have to pay attention to that now. And yeah, everything looks good now. I have tried everything over the years, the bay leaf, the essential oils, the coffee, borax mixed with sugar, everything under the stars. I tried everything. So I think it's just a season. Every spring it's arise, sometimes in the fall too, but mainly on the spring. So hopefully that will work. I think they are just looking for food, because I see 1 or 2 ants in each room, and they're just kind of wandering around. So I'm pretty sure they're looking for food, and especially the sun is out, they are more active. And I just want to say a very quick thank you. Her name is Georgia, and she sent me this amazing cookbook. Here's her information if you guys want to look it up, this cookbook. So there are some incredible recipes in there. I love the handwriting in there, I especially appreciate that. And the other thank you goes to Catherine. Thank you so much. Ooh, I want to break it. Thank you so much for the time. I cannot wait to put this up around my studio. I so appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.